Hi friends, it's Julie Golding Page, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in St. Stephen, New Brunswick, Canada, along the tidal Scoodic or St. Croix River, the traditional territory and home of the Passamaquoddy. And I'm grateful that they share this beautiful place with us. So after a bit of a hiatus, being away at the cottage where we just have rural internet so it doesn't work so well for Facebook Lives, I am back this week and hopefully next as well. And I have a Christmas in July celebration happening all the way through the end of July. So all of my cards that I'll be posting on social media and on my blog between now and the end of the month will be about Christmas. And this is in honor of my July birthday, which is coming up soon. So I want to share this celebration with you. I'm going to show you how to make this particular card today. It will be one of 3 cards available in my free class by mail for July. So any order for product that you place in July with me of minimum $60 before tax and shipping will qualify you to receive this free class. So you'll have the supplies, including all the pre-cut paper pieces, any ribbons that are used on them, and embellishments as well. And you just add the stamps, the ink, and the adhesive yourself, whether you use the same ones I do or you use something from your stash. And you don't have to do anything to ask for that class by mail as long as you place an order of $60 or more before tax and shipping. Sometime in July, you'll receive it automatically, and I'll be happy to ship it to you for free. So let's get right to it here. I have some things to share with you about Christmas in July, and we'll do that as well as we get going. So let me just switch my view here, and we'll just go down to my desk. So this is something we're going to be using to make this particular card. But before I get to this really fantastic little box, I just want to give you my web address so you can find me online if you want to. So it's www.juliescraftattic.com. And I have posts for regular card designs there every week. I also have available all my online classes and in-person classes advertised there, how to join my team, Creative Cafe, and all kinds of other information for you. But before we get going, I just wanted to let you know about Christmas in July, the kit party that I have. I have an online kit party coming up. It's absolutely free to attend. The link is right here in this post. You can just join my Facebook group, and I'll be starting that next week, July 14th at 9 a.m. Eastern. You don't have to be there at that particular time, but that's when the posts will start going live. I'll show you different demos from different kits that are available for holiday cards and other holiday things. And you can get a start on and a inspiration for your card making for the holidays this year. It's absolutely free to join and just be part of the fun. There's also going to be games and prizes. So invite your friends, the more the merrier. Anybody in Canada with a Canadian address is eligible to get in on the prizes. And there will also be shopping opportunities for those interested. I find kits are a great way to do Christmas cards or holiday cards if you don't celebrate Christmas, because you can make a whole bunch of them in a short amount of time. Everything's included right in the box. And this is a great way to preview the different kits that are available for the holidays right now, so you can get a really good start on your holiday crafting. Okay, and I'll also have a BOGO coming up. There's a link to that in this post, and you can click on that and you can join my BOGO group. So that's going to be a really big event. I only do usually a couple of those a year, so this will probably be it for 2024 for BOGOs, and you can just join that group if you'd like as well. So the celebrations continue. So this is the card that I'm going to be making right now, and I used a stamp set from this kit actually. So this is one of my very favorite paper pumpkin kits that Stampin' Up! Has ever done. I love this kit. It's so beautiful. So let me show you what it's like. So it comes with a Stampin' Spot. So this one's real red. it comes actually with this special gift, which is this glitter glue stuff that you use on your cards. And that's beautiful too. It comes with decorated envelopes to make 8 cards. It comes with all the supplies you need to make these cards. Look at that lovely glitter on there. I didn't add that. That was right on that piece. All the pieces are die cut for you. You just punch them out. And look how lovely this card is. See, with all these popped up elements. It comes with all the adhesives. Everything you need to make the cards in this kit, and this one makes 8 cards, comes right in it. And this is a past paper pumpkin kit, so it's available at a discount. If you're interested in ordering it, please let me know, and we can figure that out for you. And it's $28 right now, plus tax and shipping. So, I mean, it's a real deal. And it's so beautiful. You can see how lovely the cards are that are made with it. And it comes in this lovely red wrap as well. So it's very, very pretty. Okay, so let's go ahead and make the card of today. So I'm using this stamp set that comes with the Home for the Holidays paper pumpkin kit in its beautiful box. It's got lovely fonts here, and I really like them. So this one's Merry Christmas. This one's Happy Holidays. This one's Celebrate the Wonder and Joy of this festive season, and that's the one we're going to use today. Let me show you another card that I made with this stamp set, because I found it such a nice stamp set to use. Let me see if I can find the card. It seems to have gone AWOL on me. Where did I put it? Okay, I'm sorry. The card has just disappeared. It was here yesterday because I just used it, but it seems to have gone away on me. But anyways, okay. Well, we'll just go ahead with this card for now, I guess. And this one is a very simple make. I really like it because it has a little bit of ribbon. It just has a few embellishments on and just a tiny bit of die cutting. Or you could cut circles with a punch or a couple of punches if you have those. So let's go ahead and we'll stamp first. So I already cut these out so that I wouldn't have to do it on camera and take extra time. I know it's vacation season for many, so I don't want to hold you up too long. But these are the nested circles here from this set, which is my absolute favorite set. It's called Stylish Shapes Dies. So here's the name of it over here, Stylish Shapes Dies. And I really like it because it can be used on almost any card. And I probably use it on about half my cards all the time. So I've got these 2 circles. This one's in basic white for stamping, and this one is Mossy Meadow. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp on that circle. And we're going to use this Celebrate the Wonder and Joy of this festive season. And I am going to put my stamp right there on the block. If you're using your stamp for the first time and it's a photopolymer, that is a clear one like this, make sure that you use your fingers to take off that factory coating, which is in fact just dish soap that they wash the stamps with after they make them. I discovered that last year when I visited their factory in Utah. Now, to stamp, I'm going to use this Cherry Cobbler. And I really like this Cherry Cobbler color, but I hardly ever use it outside the holiday season. So it's really nice to be able to use it for Christmas in July because it's just been sitting there all this time and I haven't used it in a long time. So let's just stamp that right in the middle. We'll hold it down for several seconds just to transfer that ink across. And then we'll pop it off. Hopefully that's stamped nicely for us today. Yeah, perfect. Look at that. I like the Cherry Cobbler because it stamps so clearly. It's a really, really nice color to use for your sentiments. So I'm just going to close that ink pad up. We'll put it off to the side. And let's clean up our stamp so we don't get ink all over the place here. So this is my well-used and much-loved chamois. Simply Chamois, it's called. And you just wet it down with water, wring it out gently, and these water-soluble inks, which is all the colored inks of Stampin' Up, will just wash right off with it. You might notice there's a slight reddish hue to this. If you use any color that has red involved, so that's red, pink, or a purple, which is made with red as well, It will stain your photopolymer stamps slightly. It does not affect their utility in any way. And when you wash them just with water here on the chamois, it actually does take the ink off. So if you want to use this in yellow or green or whatever, it won't stamp red afterwards. As long as you cleaned it with your chamois and water, you're okay. So I'm just going to put that back in here in the stamp set. There we go. All right, and let's adhere these two together. So my Stampin' Seal I'm going to use here. You can use multi-purpose liquid glue or glue dots, whatever you want to do to stick these together. You could use dimensionals and pop them up a little too. I often mail my cards, so I want them to be flatter. So I don't want to use the dimensionals right there. I'm going to use them later. Okay, so we've got that made. Now, let's see. Why don't we go ahead and we'll make our bow next. I know that bows are kind of the thing that many people love to hate, but I think it adds a lot on this particular card. I really like this ribbon. It is called, and I'll show you here, Black and Very Vanilla Large Check Ribbon, and it's 3/8 of an inch wide. And I like this one because it adds a rustic touch with the black and white check, but at the same time, you can see this ribbon is very tailored, very clean with the edges being all stitched as they are, very, very pretty. So it adds an elegance at the same time of adding a bit of rustic charm. So it's a very, very nice ribbon to use. And I always like to tie mine right on the spool because I waste less that way. And I'm going to use the bunny ear method. So I made 2 bunny ears there. I'm going to cross one over the other like that and slip it through the hole and pull. And the reason I like this particular method is you can hold the middle and then adjust the size of the bow as many times as you need to. So that is a real benefit I find. So that one's a little bigger than the other, so let's fix that up a little. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So what we'll do now is we will cut it. So let me see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 black stripes. So we'll do that. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try that one. I think the tails are slightly different lengths, so we'll just pull that down and see how that looks. Yeah, this one's a little shorter. The one on this side's a little longer, I guess. So we'll just do that. There. So there is my bow. It's pretty cute. And this bunny ear method also keeps the middle of the bow flat. So it's really good for mailing. And even just for putting your card into an envelope is just better. I find it lies flatter and so on. And we're going to use our mini glue dots here, which I think are one of the miracle adhesives. They're so helpful. It's the only thing I use really to put on ribbons because it's a dry glue and you can just put one on the other side of that middle of the bow and it'll hold it very nicely for you. And you can also put one under the tails of the bow if you want them to be lying in a particular place and not move around. So it's really good for that too. So here's our little element that we've got as our centerpiece. And now we'll move on to the rest of the card. It's a really simple make. You can change up this design with different colors, different papers, different sentiments. So it's good for any time of year. And I really like that kind of design. It's also good for making multiple cards because there's not too many steps for it. And that's also helpful if you're making a whole bunch of cards at once. So this paper is from a set that I think has been a bit overlooked. It was released just online and not as part of a catalog a while back, several months ago. And I think that not everybody actually knew it was out there. But it's a really pretty paper. It's got the traditional reds and greens in various different hues. And it's a very pretty paper. So let me show you a few more of the patterns from it. Just going to grab it here off camera. Okay, so here are some of them. It's called Traditions of St. Nick. So you've got all of these St. Nicholas ones. So you could cut them out and use them separately or use them larger. On the back of that is this beautiful red and cherry cobbler paper. Then we've got this one, which is a mossy meadow and white with post boxes. Very nice. And this one on the back, I think is pecan pie, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, it's Cajun Craze. It's Cajun Craze. Then we've got this one with the cherry cobbler, the interior of a house at Christmas time. Very nice. And you've got the green on the back. Let's see what else we can pull out here for you. Oh, this one is nice. This will be a favorite for many. This has got the beautiful stockings on it. And you've got another green on the back. I think the ones on the back kind of look like wallpaper. Does anybody else think that? Kind of like old-fashioned wallpaper. Oh, and this is another nice one. So you've got your traditional red and green holly. And then you've got pebbled path and white on the back. So a gray and a white. And I think that's pretty much it. So it's got really nice patterns. I think something to please everyone. And even if you're not into St. Nicholas, you can always use the other side of that paper. And that's the only one really that's got specifically St. Nicholas things on it. So it's all right. So this is a strip of that paper. If you want the dimensions, just click on the Learn More link right in this post and it'll take you to my blog post where I explain exactly how to make the card. And I've also got a panel here in cherry cobbler. So when you put this paper on, you could put it right up to the left side, or you can bring it over slightly if you want to kind of give it an asymmetrical look. And that's what I did on this original card here. But you could do it this way as well, and that would look perfectly nice. I'll just show you. So it looks like that. So maybe we'll do it this way. So we'll do it two different ways. So you can see with space on this side and this side. And then we'll do one where we put it right up against the left edge. So I'm just going to use my Stampin' Seal again. And you can use whatever adhesive you particularly like. They'll all work on this, no problem, because this is just paper on paper. So I'm going to put that right up to the edge. See if I can get that lined up nicely there. Okay, so that's good. That looks nice. We will go ahead and we'll get our card base out. This is basic white thick cardstock. So here we go. And I'm going to just put on dimensionals on the back. So if you're not familiar with these dimensionals, they're the best thing, I think. I've not had them dry out like other ones that I've tried, the cheaper versions from other places. And these aren't expensive either. It's 300 of them in this size that you get for $6. And if you buy the smaller size, you can see kind of the difference here. You get 720 of those for your $6. So they're not expensive at all, but they work really well. I find the papers come off the back quite easily, and that's really good. Incidentally, if you do have trouble getting the papers off the back, because not everybody has the same degree of mobility with their hands. Lots of people have arthritis and those sorts of things. If you get a Take Your Pick tool, I'll just grab mine. It can help you to get those adhesives off. So you can use this little pointy bit to pick up the edge of those adhesive backings and get them off easier. So this is the Take Your Pick tool. And I'm actually going to be using the other end of it here in just a minute to show you what else you can do with that tool. Okay, so let's use our dimensionals again, and we'll put them on the back of our circles here. I should mention too, you can get these dimensionals in both sizes in black as well. So if you're making an all dark card, then you can get these in black so that they won't stand out on your card, and that can be quite a useful thing as well. And they come in a mixed pack. I think you get 2 sheets of the bigger ones and 2 sheets of the smaller ones, all in black. So there you go. And now we just have one more little piece to put on our card. So that is these little embellishments, and I've run out of the rest, so this is all I've got left. but these are called adhesive backed metallic gems. And these ones are kind of a coppery color. And I believe there's a couple of other colors. They come in the pack as well. Very nice. And they're, if you can see there, they're kind of flat on the top. So if you're mailing things, these are a really good choice because they're not round on the top and they go in the slot a little bit easier. So this is a larger size one. They come in 2 sizes. So I'm going to put my larger one down there. And now I've got 2 of these small ones, which can be quite challenging to pick up. So I'm going to use this take your pick tool. And there's the putty here on the end of it. So I'm just going to push that off to the side, pick it up. Let's see if I can get that in the camera. There we go. And then you can place it anywhere you want on your card. So I find that to be a really useful thing. Very good for these tiny dimensionals and even smaller ones than this. It's really, really nice for. So I just place that on there. And that is the end of our card. So very simple make, pretty quick. You could easily make multiples of this. It could be for birthdays, it could be for graduations, anniversaries, whatever you want it for. And you could make a lot of these in short order. So I hope you enjoyed this project today, and I hope you'll come back to see my other card designs. Like I mentioned at the beginning, if you're just joining me now, I'm celebrating Christmas in July all the way through the month in honor of my July birthday. And I have a BOGO coming up. The link is right here in this post. I also have a online kit party, which is a Christmas in July kit party where we're going to be looking at all the different holiday kits, or a bunch of different holiday kits anyway, that Stampin' Up! Has to offer right now. So you can get inspired for your holiday card making and maybe get a start on it as well. We'll have prizes and games as well. And everyone's welcome. As long as you have a Canadian address, you'll be eligible to shop, but it's not required that you shop when you come along for the party. Okay, so thanks again for joining me. Have a wonderfully crafty week, and I'll see you again next week. Bye for now.